Amaka, Sanni. Amaka, Sanni.
Now, to be a very good Toastmaster, all I need to do is support a cause. I don't need to take any of the Toastmasters programs. Why give a speech? Why bother? Maybe attend the meeting so that I can remain a member and at least do some walking for my cause. Thank you so much for that speech. And while giving you my feedback, I'll focus on your content, delivery, and what I really love the most about your speech. I loved the introduction. You started by giving us an idea of what you were going to talk about, and that set the tone for your speech. It helped us to stay on track while you went through the story, talked about the purpose of the speech, and that theme flowed all through while you told us the story about your 100-kilometer walk. That was a lot of walking to do. During your introduction, when you talked about being sucked in by your sister-in-law, having no idea what you were getting into, you talked about, towards the end, while wrapping up your conclusion, you talked about why and how you felt after the walk. And that confused me a little, because I thought it was some sort of a conclusion, and then I was looking forward to getting a different story. So when you wrapped that up and then you got into the preparation of walking, I prepared for it before, the days before, the pep talk, hyped up on humor, and then you moved on to day 1 all through day 3. I was like, I was looking forward to a different story. So I think that would have been a little bit confusing for myself and maybe for some members of the audience, as to we have a little bit of a conclusion at the introduction, beginning part of the speech, and then we move on to the actual story, which is what we're looking forward to. So I'd say when you jumped in with that introduction and talked about getting ready for that 100-kilometer march, just move right into preparation, and then the mistakes you made, the lessons you learned, and how the walk went through all to day 3. Your delivery, I enjoyed the way you were relaxed on stage. You enjoyed every moment of it. You drew us all in. You're having a lovely walk. That was beautiful to watch. You had a great smile. When you talked about climbing up the hill and your hips ached, I would have loved to see a little bit of that, because anyone who's gone to the gym knows that the next day you cannot get up the stairs. That would have been awesome. But most of all, the little pockets of humor you had in the speech, and the lovely language, the descriptive language you had, drew us all in. We were on that walk with you. And I enjoyed every moment. I could see myself climbing up that hill with you, and I was like, oh boy, this is not going to be nice next morning. And that was helpful because it keeps us drawn in. We're focused. We don't lose track. So in summary, I'd say just remember when you start the speech to have that introduction and move right into the body so that you don't confuse your audience. Continue to have those little pockets of humor, because that's the apex of your speech and beautiful language. And most of all, keep that body language as big as it can be, because it's beautiful on you. Thank you.
We will now support our judges with 1 minute of silence.